my mind went completely blank.
Mm-hmm. It's a good place to be. And as you're in this blank place, begin to feel those feelings that you felt of not being able to ask for help.
It
And
feels like
as
isolation, like being in a box.
very good, very good. And as you're in this box, notice your body. What
And
position is your body in? If you knew.
it's actually feels like it's lying down, like in
Mm-hmm.
a coffin.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it's
Tell me
like
more.
being buried alive.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So as you become aware of being in this box and being alive, what happens next?
I can't speak. No one can hear me.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what's happening.
Feels like I've been buried alive, and I'm trying to tell the people who are burying me that I'm still alive, but they
Yes.
can't hear me.
Mm-hmm. Notice in this body if you're male or female.
The word female came to mind.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel young or old?
Young, like 23.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Continue. What's happening next?
I I can kind of hear.
Yes.
Maybe I can't speak.
Mm-hmm. What's happened to you that you can't speak if you knew?
Like I've been gagged or
Mm-hmm. Feel that. What do you feel in your mouth, in your neck?
it's like I see a visual of like a handkerchief around my
Mm-hmm.
mouth, like holding it in such a way where I can't speak.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Continue. What happens next?
I just feel scared. I feel like I've been what's the word? Scammed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I was going to end up in this position. Like I was fooled. That's the
Yes.
word. Fooled into it.
Yes. Yes. So what do you do while you're in that box? What do you do next?
I think I just go over in my head like how foolish for me to be in this position, and
Mm-hmm.
there's almost nothing I can do. Doesn't feel like there's anything I can do.
So think about all of these things and how they're affecting you in the life as Angela.
Sounds like the last job I did.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What does that make you do?
Makes me feel frustrated and angry.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Makes me push myself a little more than I want to.
Mm-hmm. And when you push yourself more than you want to, what does that keep you from doing in the life as Angela?
Things I actually want to do, like be social.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll continue and tell me what happens in that box. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening to your body?
I feel like it's decomposing.
Mm-hmm. Are you still alive there?
I wanted to say I don't know. Like logically, I know I'm not still alive, but for some reason, I just stayed there
Mm-hmm. Yes.
for a really long time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Almost like I couldn't leave my body, or somehow I was like bound to the body, even though the body was dead.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So listen carefully. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And this time you're going to be in a moment in that same lifetime when this all began to see how it is that you got into that. But this time you're going to experience everything fully. Hear, smell, taste, understand what happens. 3, 2, and 1. How does this all begin?
I just saw a man, like a handsome man, Mm.
Yes.
But my gut is feeling bad.
Okay. So let's slow it down a little bit so that you can take in the surroundings. Notice how you're dressed in this place. Just look down at yourself.
It's like a Western town outfit.
Mm-hmm. Where are you?
I think I'm in California.
What year is this?
62 came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
1862.
Okay. And what is your name?
Sherry?
Mm-hmm. How old are you, Sherry?
15?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So where is it that you're going at this moment? Where are you?
I'm in the middle of the street,
Mm-hmm.
walking somewhere. It's dirt. It's like a Western town.
Yes.
It's an easy reference for Angela because she's been to a lot of these towns.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what happens next, Sherry? Yes, continue.
My mind kind of went blank. I saw a man with a black hat, and he's got very dark hair.
Yes.
And he just seems to be interested in me.
Mm-hmm. What do you do next, Sherry?
I just feel really young. I think I'm trying to run an errand or go somewhere, and I don't really know what to do with the attention.
Mm-hmm. What's he saying to you?
He's not saying anything. He's just looking at me.
Okay, and how does that feel to have him look at you?
It doesn't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But also intriguing.
Yes. Yes.
I think he wants to give me a job.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, continue.
And I don't really understand the job. He's like almost like he works for the circus or a brothel or something. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think it's a brothel.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next? Yes, continue.
I can't tell if my mind's making up the story or if it's really what's happening.
Okay, so I don't want your mind involved. I want you to just observe with your conscious mind and just allow yourself to just experience this. And don't hesitate to talk. The more you talk, the more you'll experience. So what happens next, Sherry?
I got taken into a building to be shown a building inside.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's really nice and welcoming.
Yes.
And then I leave, and that's kind of just like an introduction.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll go to the next important event when things begin to happen. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you now?
It's in like a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
People are outside. There's drinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's daytime and nighttime.
Yes. Tell me about that.
I think it starts in the daytime and then it goes into the nighttime.
Mm-hmm. And who are you with celebrating?
I actually don't think I'm with anybody. I'm just like observing it.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing here?
Yes, if you knew.
It's almost like I'm a servant girl, like I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I was doing before, it felt like I was carrying a bucket of water.
Yes. Is that what you're doing
Or
now?
trying to get water seems involved, yes.
Okay.
Like I'm just in the background watching and there's water.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I'm bringing it or they're drinking it, and water is almost enough to be celebratory of.
Good.
But I don't feel involved in the event.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue.
Feels like there's like a little boy, like a little kid, like a mischievous kid, somebody who's like trying to also in the background with me, that's trying to get my attention, get me to do something else.
Yes, continue. What happens?
I don't go.
Mm-hmm.
I stay there and I watch.
Yes. Is there an importance to something that's happening there that you feel that you need to watch?
I think I just want to be involved, but I don't know how to be.
Mm-hmm. And these that are celebrating, do they feel male or female?
Both.
Mm-hmm. And what's the occasion that they're celebrating? Just the water?
I think it's just like, let's go to the bar and have a drink kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm on the outside of the building looking through a crack in the building, just wanting to participate, but knowing I can't. And the kid tries to get me to do something else, but I'm like, no. And then I kind of walk away sad, wanting to be involved.
Yes. All right. So move forward to the next important event. Where are you?
In a room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the same guy or if it's just a guy that looks like him is on the other side of the table.
Yes.
And seems to be wanting to talk business with me about some kind of a contract that I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't really understand the agreement. Not really sure why I'm there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What happens next?
What happens next?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll be at the point before something happens to you. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm in a stagecoach.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I can see. I just know that I'm in the stagecoach.
Mm-hmm. Are you by yourself or is there someone with you?
There's other people in the stagecoach, but no one's with me.
Mm-hmm. And if you knew, where are you going?
To a new town. It's almost like I have like no autonomy over myself. And I'm like some kind of slave, and they just decided to sell me and put me in a burlap sack and send me to another place.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you are in a burlap sack?
It's kind of what it feels like. I'm not sure if I actually am, but it feels like I'm in a burlap sack.
All right. So are you in the stagecoach or are you considered baggage?
More like baggage.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. What happens next?
This whole time, I just feel disconnected from my body and my soul. Like I'm observing it. Like I can't even get into my body.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That's okay. What happens next? Notice what happens when the stagecoach arrives at its destination.
I'm able to see. I feel like I can get up and walk out. Like I'm not being treated like a piece of luggage.
Mm-hmm.
There's other like elderly women there, meaning older than me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What is this place, if you knew?
Feels like a farm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what are you expected to do at this farm?
You take care of things.
Mm-hmm. See yourself doing what it is that you're responsible for.
Cleaning and knitting,
Mm-hmm.
fixing things.
Yes. Yes, continue.
Working on the farm comes to mind, just
Okay.
lots of working. I don't feel like I'm not involved,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems like a much simpler life. It's not like a,
Mm-hmm. Would you be considered a farmhand?
yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the women seem to like me. They like how I work. They like how I work with them. I don't really overthink it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So move forward now when something happens to you before you get into that box.
I think I got sick.
Mm-hmm. All right. So go into that moment where you're getting sick. What are the symptoms that you're feeling?
My stomach
Mm-hmm.
hurts.
Yes.
Like a lot of gas, pain in my stomach.
Yes. What else?
Fever, like a headache.
Yeah.
I get a stomach ache and then I get a headache. Like dehydration.
Yes.
And my ears get really itchy.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel really thirsty.
Yes. And who's caring for you?
No one.
Mm-hmm. Notice where it is that you are.
In like a barn.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of haze, just very like empty barn.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt. Doesn't feel cold. I don't know if anybody else is there, but it doesn't feel like anyone's there.
Very good. What happens to your body?
Like I just pass out. I leave the body and I see I'm not in my body anymore.
Yes.
And I'm just watching. Seems like two men come and get my body, and I don't know how I end up with a gag in it.
Mm-hmm. What of that moment when they're putting you in the box? What's happening?
I think they just put the gag on me, like almost like some kind of fucking superstition. Like you have to put this on when you bury someone.
Yes.
Like it was during a time when people would come back to life and they thought, I don't know, something weird. Like I wasn't really dead, I was just dehydrated. And
So notice if that body is alive.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't get it.
So what happens next?
I think they just put me in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like paralyzed, like I can't speak.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like I've been poisoned.
So take a moment and just take note of what the body feels. What is it that caused that death?
Feels like a man was jealous of me. Like he didn't want me around anymore.
You'll be able to understand what happened. What were you given?
Mushroom.
And it was poisonous?
It just paralyzes you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly poisonous, it just paralyzes you so you can't move.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So go to the moment in which you are woken up inside of that box.
I have no idea how I got there.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember being in the barn, I was paralyzed. And then a couple of men came and grabbed me.
What do you do now that you're awake and know where you are?
This is when I feel duped.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How could I let myself be poisoned?
Mm-hmm.
How could I trust these people? I mean, it was just like there was no, like I never once thought anything bad about the people I was involved with.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought about like, any of it. I was just like, oh, this is what, it's so naive. Like, oh, this is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing now.
Yeah, so notice how that is now affecting you in the life as Angela. What does that make you do when you feel that you can trust someone and you get duped?
I'm very complacent about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like there's these beings that are around me and they take advantage, and my way of being with it is like, oh well, like I guess that's just part of the game.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to take a moment now and go through the death process and tell me what happens to your body before your soul leaves for the last time. What happens?
I just make sure it disintegrates.
Mm-hmm. And what's the last thought that brain has?
They can't do anything to me now.
Mm-hmm. So allow your soul to leave that body. And I'd like for you to go ahead and confront those that did these things to you. Those people who sold you, those people who enslaved you, those people who poisoned you. And take a moment now and just speak your truth. Speak with your voice. What do you say to them?
I mean, you don't even see that I'm a person. It's like, I feel like I'm just looking through a glass, like I'm a dog.
And tell them you took all of my energy. You took away who I was, my innocence, everything. Tell them exactly how you feel.
You took away my interest in life. You took away my desire to just be a human. You never treated me like a human being. You treated me like an animal. You didn't even see me or consider that I had thoughts or feelings. In fact, if I had thoughts and feelings, you took them away from me.
Mm-hmm. In my voice.
Never let me speak, never spoke to me. Never let me try and tell you my thoughts or feelings, or let me have time to process or even have them. You just didn't care.
And I demand to have all of that back now.
And I demand to have all of that back now.
Open your arms and receive it. Take it back. Take it all in. It's yours. Your opinion, your voice, your independence. Take it all in. And now that you have all of that, look at their eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. Have you seen their eyes before?
Yeah, I feel like it's the people that I'm currently working with.
Okay, very good. And now that you have completed that, I want you to take your soul into the light, complete and whole. Allow yourself to leave that, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. And with the end of that experience, it no longer affects any lifetimes that you're living. Leaving that behind and going into the light. And as you go into the light now, you'll understand what it was that you needed to learn from that lifetime. What was the purpose of all of that?
It seems like I haven't really understood the purpose of it because I'm repeating it in this life.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what is it that needs to be learned about that experience in both that lifetime as Sherry and the one as Angela? What is it that needs to be learned that hasn't been learned yet?
I hear let go of people who steal things from you. Things like your soul. Energetic things. Let go of those people.
So now as you're
let
saying
them
those,
go.
as you're good, see those people now. You could see their eyes. You can see who they are. And I want you to just think about these people that have been around this soul in this lifetime and other lifetimes. Has that been a decision that was made by this soul to allow them to steal from her?
What I heard was no.
No. And now you can make a new decision about the type of people who are going to be in this soul's life. And as you let them go, I want you to go ahead and do a ceremony to release them. What would you like to do to release all of those souls that steal from you, that take your soul, that take your energy?
I saw like a tornado of fire.
Yes.
That they just get burned, and it's not like a destructive fire. Like, maybe let's brighten it up. Like
I'm going to sound the tuning fork and let's ignite that tornado of fire.
Okay.
And just release them. Let them go. And you can even say words like, I am free now.
I am free now.
Yes, continue.
I am free now to be me. To be free. I'm free to be free.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And as you release all of that love that you came here with, you'll notice that that beam of golden light allows you to release what's been trapped in your throat. That fear. Notice what happens to yourself. What's been blocking that throat all this time?
Like that, like when something surprises you, you go,
Yes.
That's been blocking my throat.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I want you to notice something. All of this time, you've been carrying this around, which belongs to a little girl. A little girl that doesn't belong here anymore. That hair that you have on your head, does that belong to the little girl? It's not the same hair, is it? Those teeth that you have, do they belong to the little girl?
The little girl likes the hair.
Yes, but it's not her hair. Those teeth that you have now, do they belong to the little girl?
No.
No. That body that you have, the skin, would it fit on a little girl?
No. Too much.
Too much. So you see, all of these things don't belong to the little girl, but you're still carrying that belongs to the little girl. Go ahead and talk to this little girl and tell her that she doesn't need to carry that any longer.
And she feels very scared.
Talk to her. Put your arms around her and talk to her. Explain to her that she doesn't need to be scared any longer.
You don't need to be scared. Nothing is going to happen to you. It's just a feeling. And no one's going to teach you how to process it. You just have to breathe through it. That's what I'm here to do, is teach you how to process it.
So tell her, teach her how to breathe where her breath isn't like that.
Just take a deep breath. And remember to breathe, because this isn't going to be the last time that you're going to be shocked by something. And this isn't going to be the last time that there's going to be a feeling inside of you don't know how to process. You just need to feel it and breathe through it.
Very good. So with those words of wisdom, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1 when I get to number 1. You're going to be in that same situation, but this time you're going to breathe. 3, 2, and 1. What's happening?
It's like a shield of gold that goes in front of me. All of a sudden, I'm in this gold sphere of protection. And somehow I'm able to see the separation between myself and him.
And notice your throat, how it feels, your voice.
Feels clear, clean is the word, clean.
Yes, very good. So now that is calm, I want you to go ahead and bring that little girl inside of you. Just bring her into your heart. Encapsulated in that beautiful golden bubble. Knowing that you will protect her now. And that she has a voice. And that all she has to do is breathe through any situation. Very good. So now with that, I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and we're going to go to the next time in which your soul didn't speak out, in which your soul needs to heal. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
I went immediately to elementary school.
Yes. How old are you there?
It's almost like I'm hovering over the elementary school.
Yes. Yes, continue.
Like I just want to talk to the school. It's not a specific situation, the whole school experience.
All right. So I want you to go ahead and put all of those children, all of the teachers, all of those who bullied you in front of you. And I want you to speak with them. What do you say to all of them?
You were very mean. Just like unnecessarily mean. To someone that you didn't know. You didn't know me at all. And the teachers, several of you were very mean. It's like, what is going on with this school? It's just this living in some kind of darkness.
Take a look. Notice what's happening there. See it from your spiritual eyes. What's happening to the children, to the teachers.
It's almost like a dark field where like a battle or something horrible happened.
Yes.
And they just built a school over it.
And I want you to see yourself, your body, and what is emanating from your field around you.
Golden light.
Notice how that golden light is affecting all of that darkness, that dark field.
Seems to be freeing the field.
Yes. And notice how it's affecting all of those who are in the school.
I think it's freeing them too.
And now you'll understand why it is that Angela was not able to make friends in that school. What was happening to this little girl? Why was she separated from all of them?
I just keep seeing like this really, it's like I'm in like a golden crystal.
Yes.
Like resin. You were to look through resin.
Yes.
That's how thick my field was.
And notice how that field affects the others. What does it bring out in them?
Intrigue.
What else?
Curiosity. But then there's this sort of feeling like I'm an elitist. Like, oh, you think you're better than me because you got this resin field.
Yes.
And even when it becomes like white light, it's more calming when it's white light. But when it's this resin, it's like this really high frequency, and there's jealousy, envy. It's like
Notice what it brings out in them.
Anger.
Yes. So what do you say to this little girl now that she understands the entire scene, all of those that she affected when she was little? What do you say to her? She's forgotten.
She's completely forgotten.
Why did she come here with all of this contrast?
Seems like she's forgot. I don't know, actually.
The more you talk, the more will come.
The more they all seem to have forgotten. And when I go into her and I see she's got this really, really beautiful golden field that she can see. I don't even remember being able to see this, but
Yes.
I can like really see this huge golden sphere, and that's me around me.
Yes.
and no one can enter it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that no one can enter it, it's just no one that has ill intention can enter it.
Very good. Say that again.
No one that has ill intention can enter it. It was like a field that I knew to create, and I had created it. And then I think at some point I was like not able to have any friends, so I put that guard down.
Yes.
And then people with ill intention could get in.
So I want you to just go to the moment in which that came down. I'm going to count to 3 to assist you. 1, 2, and 3. When is the moment that came down, that golden field?
I was like a teenager.
What's happening?
I think someone convinces me to, this girl that was kind of friends, she convinced me that it was okay.
Yes.
Was able to get into the sphere because she didn't have ill intention.
Yes.
And then I figured, okay, let me just stop being so mean. For some reason, I thought I was mean.
Yes.
Let me let these people closer.
So I want you to see it as you're hovering from above. What has happened since that golden field has been taken down?
My spirit's kind of dulled.
Yes.
I wanted to say died, but it seems dramatic.
Very good. So I want you to focus on that spirit being dulled. And I'm going to call in your guide. The guide that's always with you. The guide that assists you. Allow yourself to give your guide the voice. I'm going to count to 3 and let me speak with your guide. 1, 2, and 3. Guide, how are you today? It seems that Angela has realized what has happened, that she has made some changes.
Indeed.
Right now she's trying to get this power back. She knows she's got the power. What do you say to her?
She needed to do that. She needed to see what the people were really like.
Okay.
And when she had that field, she wasn't able to see. She could only see from a distance. She needed to be close to them, and she knew that. But I don't think she knew, well, she doesn't think she knew how difficult it would be.
Yes. So what about relationships? She's been trying to find someone who can get her, who can understand her, and be on the same playing field as her. Why is it that she has not been able to find someone like that?
She needs to be free.
Explain to her what that means, needs to be free.
She needs to feel free all the time. She needs to be free in how she moves.
Is she doing that now?
Sometimes.
She doesn't seem to be free now. She seems to be stuck in Berlin, not knowing how she's going to get out of that. How can she be free when she's feeling stuck, even physically?
Move. She knows this. She needs to physically move.
Well, she says she doesn't have the money to move. She's afraid.
No, like physically move, like move her body.
Okay. Explain to her what she needs to do that's best for her. What kind of movement?
Dance movement.
Okay.
Moving her. She needs to move her knees and her hips.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. And what would happen once she starts moving?
Moving gets the energy flowing.
Okay.
Into the knees and the hips. She knows this stuff. She knows that the hips and knees mean moving forward, and that's where she's having an issue, and she's working through it, but she needs to move them physically a lot more, going for walks, runs.
And once she gets this energy flowing, what's going to be in store for her after that?
Free, to be feeling of free.
Mm-hmm. Good.
What's going to be in store for her after that?
Mm-hmm. Because she really wants to have different energy. She feels like she's doing some work there in Berlin, but wants to go somewhere else.
Yeah. She does feel this way, yes.
Mm-hmm. Why is she stuck there? What is it that her soul is doing?
Her soul is freeing things here.
Okay.
And in order for her to free the things, she needs to feel free.
Okay.
So she's feeling stuck. It's not her stuck. It's the place is feeling. It's the place is feeling stuck.
Okay.
The place needs to feel free. So the place needs to feel free. So if she wants to feel free, then she needs to free the place.
Okay. How long is this going to take for her?
3, I heard 3.
Mm-hmm. 3 months, 3 years, 3 weeks.
Three meals.
3 meals. Okay, that sounds good. So as soon as she starts moving, she can get that blocked energy flowing, and her mission is done then.
Her mission is moving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Is she meant to move the energy at the next place also?
Momentum.
Okay.
Is what I hear. Yes.
Okay. Very good.
Moving momentum.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Mm.
Why is it that she feels that there is a scar or a block between her and yourself or the other guides?
Oh, we encouraged her to, I go back to the field. We encouraged her to drop the field.
Okay.
It was very painful.
That's what caused the blockage?
It was just very painful for her.
Okay.
So we encouraged her to do it, and it created a scar.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you would like to address today?
Maybe ask my guide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what would you like to ask your guide?
How can I be more connected with you? Knowing that you're giving me the information that you're giving me. How do I know?
All right, take a deep breath in and step aside. Switch. Guide, how can she be connected better to you? What do you tell her?
She's hearing us much better.
Yes.
When she's focused, working. She's clear.
When does she disconnect?
When she's eating.
Yes. So when she's in the flow of doing something that she loves, that she enjoys, that she's focused on, that's when she's getting the messages?
That's when she's clearest.
Yes.
And we can freely speak with her, but...
So how does she know the difference between her own thoughts and the ones that the guides give her?
They're clear, the clearer. There's like a feeling of clearness. She knows this feeling.
Okay.
It's a feeling of clear. And when she doesn't have this feeling of clear, it gets muddled.
So she's looking for an opportunity, a clarity, in order to move to the next step. How will she know it's the right timing?
Well, the path will stay clear. Clean. It's like she has to follow the clear, clean.
So the path of least resistance?
Yeah. Clear. It just feels clear. There's a feeling that she gets when she's in this chaos.
Yes.
And that chaos feeling is the incorrect way. So when we say that she needs to feel clear and clean, it's like whatever she needs to do to feel clear and clean. If it's taking a bath, sometimes it's just taking a bath. So if she ever gets into a place where she's just feeling chaos, she needs to clean. And in this cleaning, she will find clearing. Okay. And that will give her more flow.
Now, in the past, she has had a blockage for asking for help. What do you say to her about that?
She had the thought before this, when you were speaking with her, to create a workshop. And she wanted to call the workshop Ask. Ask why. Why ask? Ask. Just ask.
Yes.
And this workshop would be a way for her and others to start learning how to ask clearly. She needs practice.
Okay.
And you said that to her.
Yes.
So create.
It's a habit. Good. How big is her team that helps her? Divine team.
3.
And what are their responsibilities with her?
Keeping her clean. Responsibilities?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, I would think that each guide would have a different skill set, something that they're working with on her. Is there one guide that's working on something in particular?
Laughter.
Okay.
Laughter's one guide's feeling free. It's another guide.
Good.
financial.
Mm-hmm.
She does have a finance guide.
Good. So she needs to ask her finance guide to step up.
A way that could really work for her to ask is to write her questions down.
Okay. Will she get her answers in writing also, or will she just get the action?
We'll see.
Okay.
Sometimes it's going to be given to her in rhythms.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Good. Now, in the last session, she was disappointed that we worked on something other than herself. Why was that necessary? Why did she have to experience that?
She needed to see the things that she needed to see the things that we couldn't seem to show her.
Mm-hmm.
The way that she was being treated by her friends. It wasn't just her family.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She had allowed this. But she needed to see it. Just like when she took the guard down, she needed to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So now she sees it.
Good.
She can move on.
Good. So this golden field, is this something that would benefit her again?
Yes.
All right. Are we ready to activate that golden field now?
Please.
All right. Very good. So I'd like for you to take a really deep breath. I'm going to sound this tuning fork 3 times. With each time that I sound it, I want you to go ahead and activate and enlarge that field to where it emanates like a beautiful sun. Expand that field out. Make it even larger. Make it beautiful. And on the last strike, I want you to go ahead and bring into that golden field all of the things that you had forgotten from when you came here to do this mission. Make it beautiful, stunning. And now with this active, beautiful, golden field, I'd like for you to go ahead and set an intention. And you can do this in your own mind or out loud as to how you are going to now move forward in life with this golden field, the types of people that will be in your life and the type of places where you will influence with this golden field.
Do you want me to speak it?
Whatever feels more comfortable for you. You can say it out loud, how you're going to use this golden field.
The golden field feels like love.
Mm-hmm.
And the field being around me means that I always have love.
Beautiful. So I'd like for you to go ahead and envision yourself how people will react to you now as you move through life with this golden field.
I think I'll still see people at a distance, not able to come into the field, but the difference is now I can tell that's okay. They're just not in love.
Good. Good. And as you are there, just emanating this beautiful golden field, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. With each number, you'll be waking up more and more. When I get to number 5, you'll open your eyes with complete control of your mind and your body. 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Good morning.
How was that?
Different.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't all about my family.
I try to sneak in there.
I was like, no, you don't.
Did this make sense to you?
It did. The golden light, though, that I wasn't aware of.
Interesting. You let it down and then you let in the creeps.
Yeah, it was kind of a trip in that school. Like I couldn't have friends because they couldn't come into the golden light.
Makes a lot of sense. That's your vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did this feel? Did it feel fast?
An hour and 45 minutes, maybe?
We're in an hour and 36 minutes right now.
Oh, look at that.
You got it pretty good. So, wow, this was amazing.
How was it for you?
Good. It was very good. You did well. You did well. You did real good. It was nice talking to your guide, and you need some dancing shoes now. You got to get moving. Either walking or dancing or something, moving around. That's your.
Yeah.
It seems like your energy is not flowing in your body, which means that your life is represented in that too, if you don't move.
Yeah. It's interesting because when I am here, I have a hard time moving in Berlin. But I can see that I just need to continue the conversation with my guides about that.
Did it make sense that when you are actually like in the flow, when you're working, your guides are talking to you a lot clearer?
Yeah, it does because, and they've gotten louder. You know how you forget, you can't find where something is and you're like, where's the scissors? And I say it out loud and then I'll go to it, but it's faster now. They'll actually speak it because I have a grounded cable. You said, get the grounded cable. And I said, where's the grounded cable? And they're like, you left it at the bar. And I was like, oh.
Okay.
So they've gotten louder.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of programs when I work. And the thought that came in when you said that was, maybe if you didn't listen to the programs, you'd hear us.
Yeah. Yeah. You're keeping yourself busy, and it comes clearer when there's silence. That's why the meditation. So
Right.
If you could use your work as a meditation, you would probably connect even faster and get clearer. But spend some time where you just turn it off and just work and allow the voices to come through, the thoughts to come through.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So, Angela, do you want to share any of this?
I don't know. Do I want to share any of this?
Some of it is cool. The past life is cool. The golden field was good. Some stuff is very personal. Because a lot of people have issues about speaking their truth. And, you were purchased like a slave, basically. You signed your life away in that, and you weren't able to even do anything.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah.
Well, the way I think about this is like, it's hard for me to think about it from your perspective. And I trust your wisdom in knowing what your audience you feeling like would work for them to hear.
Yeah.
And for me, it would be like if you feel that something that happened in the session that wasn't personal could really benefit your listeners, then I'm open to it.